All right, so today we're looking at salad transcription package, okay? And this is an interesting package because this is one of the first tutorials where I'll be going over a package that kind of requires a webhook, okay? So I'm gonna run this package and I already have some of the configuration set up. So you can see that I've got my organization ID, which you can get from the Salad website. Let's see here, let's go to salad.com. Salad portal.salad.com. Okay. This will tell you everything you need to know. So once you set up an organization, you'll get an organization ID, which I'm going to supply here. Okay. And then in this package, this is the file that I want to transcribe. Okay. It can be an MP4, MP3, video, audio, it doesn't matter. This is the language code, and they support up to 97 languages. Okay. You're going to want to use the 2-digit, I think it's called an ISO code. So for English, it's going to be EN, and for whatever language you want, like Portuguese, is PT. Okay. And then you have these different options. So you have sentence level timestamps, word level, diarization, which basically is will split up the transcription by who's speaking. So speaker 1 said this, speaker 2 said this. And that does it by sentences, okay? Instead of doing it by who's speaking, it also does it by who's speaking and by sentences, okay? And then SRT is just a file output format that will show timestamps as well as who said it. So, for example, if you're uploading something to YouTube or Facebook, this is very helpful. So you tell Facebook like what the words are at a given time stamp, so that they can provide those captions for their users no matter the medium, whether it's mobile or desktop. Okay. And then this last one is going to be the webhook URL, which could be any webhook URL, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm showing you the package's webhook URL, and I'll show you how this works. Okay. So just to test this out, there's one more thing that you have to understand and that you need, which is your API key. Okay, so if we go to the keys page, right, and then if we go to add, we're going to add a custom service, and then for the domain, it's going to be api.salad.com, since that's their host name for their API. And then for the connection type, we're going to say build a request, and it's only going to have one parameter, which is the header parameter, and it's going to be called salad API key. All right, and it needs to be with this casing, so S, capital A, capital K, okay? And the value is going to be your API key, okay? So let's see here. If we, API access is where the API key is. So this is where you'll get your API key. You just copy it and you paste it here, okay? Your API key goes here, all right? And then once you do that, production salad, now you'll have your salad API key, and then once you run your salad transcription, it'll use that API key, and you can select that here. Okay, so I'll have my salad API key here, so make sure you check that or it'll error out. Okay, so cool. So we can run this, okay, and it should work. But the one piece of this that's really important is the webhook, okay? And you can see that it completed really quickly, but that's because it's starting to work, okay? It actually hasn't completed yet. Another package is going to fire once we have the transcription complete, and I will show you that once it's done. So let me pause it because it takes like 2 minutes to generate. So let's pause it here. All right, so it looks like it's done. So if we click here, we'll get the SRT file, okay? We can download this, and we'll get a zip file that has this exact contents, okay? So we can just plug this into anywhere, and we'll have our SRT file. Perfect, okay? Now, you might be understanding how you might be asking, how did we get here? How did we get this SRT file from just uploading an audio file, okay? Well, that's where this webhook comes to play, okay? So that's another package. All right, so let's open that really quickly. And in here, you'll see that what it does is it sends an email once it's finished, which I'm going to remove. But it also, parses what salad comes back with. Okay. So what salad comes back with is a piece of data, so JSON, that says this is the SRT contents, So what this does is it just returns just the SRT, okay? And you can peek through this package, it's clonable, just to see how it works, okay? But the most important part of this to get it to work for your needs is you need to create a webhook, okay? And I've already done it here, and that's what I'm feeding to the transcription package, okay? So you need webhooks. To use Salad, you need webhooks, okay? It doesn't matter what service you use, whether it's Zapier or Pabbly, they're using webhooks behind the scenes, okay? And you're gonna need to do that here in packages. But everyone's needs are different, okay? You might get that, that transcription, and you might immediately send it somewhere else or create something from it, right? So this is just the bare bones way to get started with Salad, okay? So let's create another webhook, okay? And we're gonna paste that into the main one, okay? And it's really easy. So if we just click webhooks, or we can go to here, the three dots, and hit manage webhooks, okay? And we're gonna create a new webhook, okay? And this is gonna be for, what is this? For Salad example, okay? And we're gonna select our Salad keys, okay? And then we're just gonna copy that URL, okay? And then when we head over to the Salad transcription package, which is this one, that actually does the transcription and kicks it off, we're just gonna paste that webhook URL here, okay? And then once we run that, it will do exactly what we want, okay? So yeah, we just have to wait 2 minutes for it to do the transcription, and then it'll kick off the next package, which is that webhook, okay? So yeah, that's a high level overview of how it works. One more example that I want to show is how to use this inside of a package, okay? So let's say you want to do a complex task that one step in that complex task is to do a Salad transcription, okay? Now, what you would want to do is, I think a lot of people would say, okay, I'm just going to add a package that does the transcription, and I'm going to wait, okay? The way that packages is created and architected, and the way that I want you all to use packages, is if there's a webhook involved, you should basically, your package should end there, and you should hand it off to another package. I don't want people creating these mega packages that have like 30,000 nodes, I think it's best to keep the package as simple as possible. Okay, so let's see. Let's call this one complex package, okay? Doing complex things, okay? So we've got that. Now let's go ahead and add a package, okay? And then this package is gonna be Salad transcription, okay? So instead of running the package transcription manually, right? And providing all those parameters always, you can create a new package that, will hard code some of those values, okay? So again, this is the same thing that you're seeing there. So you've got, your webhook URL, which you can just paste here. And then you've got the SRT. These are just true false values, okay? So you can just put 1 or true, right? For SRT, and all the rest we're going to leave blank because we don't need it. Language code, English, file. This is actually the file name, right? So if we wanted to still provide a file upload, okay, in this new package, we could. We just would have to create a new input, file upload, okay? And then if we add file upload, and if we hardcode our organization ID, in my case it'll be Milky Labs, okay? If we run this, all it's gonna ask for is a file, okay? And it's gonna do everything that we want it to do, right? So it'll have SRT, it'll have the webhook. So yeah, this is just a different way to use Salad in the packages ecosystem. and it requires less inputs. If you always want SRT, if you always want dearization, you don't have to specify that in this overlay. It's just you upload the file and you're off to the races, okay? And you can do the same thing on the webhook side, okay? So let's go back to the SRT webhook. You can clone this and do whatever you want here, okay? So if once you get the SRT, you want to do a bunch of crazy stuff, you can add those nodes and do those crazy things. You know, maybe you want to add an LLM, and then you want to summarize, right? You want to summarize the dialogue, okay? So yeah, you can create a simple prompt that says summarize dialogue, and then dialogue, and then we put just SRT, and then we put summary, okay? And with that, ChatGPT will summarize your SRT file. All right, so I hope that helps. That is Salad in a nutshell. And just to recap, remember, you need to add your keys on the keys page, okay? And then you need to use those keys anytime you are running a Salad-related package, okay? So Salad Transcription is sort of that main package to get a feel for how it works, okay? Salad Transcription. You could clone that, and you can see how it works under the hood. It's clonable. So yeah, this is a lot of crazy things happening here, but it's a good way to understand how packages works. Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to post them in the Facebook group. Have a great day, and Salad is now in packages.